This is Valerie VanBooven with the Senior Care Industry Netcast, where leaders with 3 or more years of experience in the senior care market share their advice. So let's get to it. In a few sentences, tell us who you are and what you do.
Good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. My name is Michael and I work with Care.Life. So we are a senior smart home care system, and we are offering air purification, fall detection, sleep monitoring, automated lights, easily controllable from an easy-to-use tablet.
Great, and I'm sure there's more to that story. I'm going to ask you a few questions, and then I want you to go back and talk more about what you guys do. So what is the best thing about serving aging adults?
The best thing right off the bat is the people you work with. This is a very caring, driven community. The people you meet are absolutely amazing. You know, yesterday I was at a meet and greet, and some of the stories that were being shared is that Friday night, 9 o'clock phone call that you get, mom needs care, and people just scramble to make that happen and make things work. And it's just really, really cool seeing the amazing, awesome people in this community. At the end of the day, it is so filled with love and care, and that is so intrinsically rewarding.
Awesome. All right, let's take a little bit of a step back. You said you were really good and said what you guys did really fast, but I know there's more to this story. So give us a little bit more insight into your company and maybe even how you started and what you guys do and where you're located, where do you serve, those kinds of things.
Yeah, so like I touched briefly before, is we're merging modern technology into the easy-to-use device. You know, this last year has been quite different for everybody. You know, we experienced something that we never expected to experience. The senior care world changed quite a bit. The senior care, market in general was very, very affected. There's the notion of not wanting to go to a facility anymore, but there's still a need to have additional care. Most of the time, residents, or your mom and dad loved ones feel more comfortable in their home environment. So we wanted to find a way where we could still give them quality care in a home environment. With all this new technology that's coming out, this is the way of the future. So we merged all those technologies into that one tablet.
Do you have people that come out to the house, set up all this technology, help people learn about it? What's the process?
Yeah, so our process is we do have an actual set installer. We wanted to make sure that there's a personal relationship being driven within this, that if there's an issue, that there's a direct link of contact. So within our processes, you'd actually go out and purchase our system. We would actually schedule a time with you to install. In the installation process, we're making sure everything's set up perfectly, cater to you, cater to your environment. You also at that time are able to ask any sort of questions, expand, whatever it may be. It's a newer concept as far as having passive monitoring. Everybody's pretty much used in the industry to either pull a cord or have a wearable. It's a newer technology, so there's going to be some additional questions that come up. And like I said, we wanted to make the relationship personal, where you have an installer, you know their name. And within that, every quarter we do maintenance, so we're constantly checking up every 3 months to make sure that everything is going well. In the meantime, obviously, if there's any questions that need to be addressed, we have an open line of communication.
Awesome. And do the adult children who are involved or the family members, do they have a way to keep track of things on their mobile device? So do I get an app on my phone, or how does that work?
Yeah, so we actually have a website application built in the back end. So for example, in the sleep monitoring device, you're able to see how many times you get up during the night, your resting heart rate, your blood pressure, all these different metrics that are very crucial within this industry and just health in general. And on the back end, son or daughter are able to actually check in, give mom and dad the peace of mind, not get in their face, but also see how they're doing, see when they're getting up at night. And if there's a fall, once again, they're notified as well immediately. We're able to put multiple contact onto the device itself. So if there is a fall, they will be alerted.
Nice. Very nice. Yeah, this is definitely the wave that we're going through. And I think a lot of people feel so much more comfortable knowing that mom got up and used the bathroom, that she's doing her usual daily activities, that she's not sitting in a chair for 8 hours a day, if that's not her usual. And we don't want that to be anyone's usual, but we to be able to know that things are going the way they normally would go, progress during the day for our parent who lives alone is great. Not just if they fell, but if they actually moved. Or did they go to the kitchen? Or why were they up 5 times last night as opposed to the normal 1 time? Are they not feeling good? You know, those are awesome things to know. And it's not, if it's just detecting movement and some other things, it doesn't seem like it's as intrusive as having cameras pointed right at people 24/7. So that's another good thing. I know seniors, you know, any of us don't want to think that someone could be watching them, even if it's just our kids. I mean, it's okay to have a camera in one place in the house, you know, so you can talk to somebody, but maybe not in my bedroom or in my bathroom, or, you know what I mean? Just less intrusive, it sounds like. So
Absolutely.
yeah. All right, let's go back to our questions a little bit. Thanks for clarifying all that, because I know people are going to want to know, as systems like this come out, what's the best one for them? How, you know, what's the best setup? Who should they talk to? You know, of course, we'll put your website and everything, all your contact information with the video, but we're starting to see more and more choices in the marketplace. And so doing interviews like this helps folks get to know who you are and what you guys offer. So what other successful leaders or organizations are out there that have really impressed you or made a difference in your professional life?
So as far as that, right off the bat, I would say, you know, it's really hard to just kind of name one individual. There's so many amazing people within this industry. And like I said, even taking a simple meet and greet yesterday and being able to share stories and, you know, the common theme of it's Friday, it's 9 o'clock at night, you know, I'm enjoying time with my family. I get a phone call and I'm rushing to make sure that person has care. And it's such a rewarding industry, such a, you know, personalized, community-oriented, industry. And there's so many different subsets within the industry, but everybody works together to make it such a streamlined and smooth process. And it really is focused on the individual who's in need of care. So to just kind of summarize, there's so many amazing people within this industry, and I've learned quite a bit just from, you know, my elders and those who have mentored me in my process. So I'm just thankful for it all.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay. And that's great. You're right. There are too many to thank, and there's so many great people out there in the world and so many great organizations that do so much for our seniors. All right. What about online marketing? You guys obviously have a website. You're probably doing some online marketing. So how has that been for you, or what have you been doing?
You know, the process of online marketing has been a bit challenging, as you know, we are coming into a new era, and you know, in previous years technology just continues to be more adopted, widespread. You know, more and more people are using the internet, more and more of the seniors are getting their tablets or cell phones or whatever it may be. So there's a lot more connection that's coming in regards to the online aspect. That being said, this is still going to continue to be a very personalized industry, word of mouth, in person. So there are some challenges that come with online marketing. That being said, you can get awareness as far as, you know, the website, but at the end of the day, they want to pick up the phone, they want to speak to somebody because they have questions. So we try to, when we do that, have that personalized relationship where our phone numbers are there. I mean, the phone number that listed is my direct line. So you're able to call me, you have questions, I'm able to walk you through the process, what our system includes, all those questions. So it's been an interesting process as far as the online marketing.
Right. I think anything in senior care is going to end up being a more personal connection, because just, you know, it's a trust issue. It's a trust issue. You just don't go online and say, yeah, hook that up in my house. You have to understand what you're buying. You have to understand, and there has to be a trust issue with that senior and that family both. Is this something that we're really going to be able to use? Is it really going to be private? Is it really going to be not intrusive too much? And are we really going to be able to get support when we need it? I think those are probably the important questions, and having a face to look at and talk to is really important for them. All right. What piece of advice would you give to other senior care providers?
I would just say continue the transparency, continue just being who you are as far as that. You know, people come into this industry that do not show any sort of compassion. They're in it for the money. You get burnt out really fast and you get exposed very, very fast. And it's not about you, it's about the individuals that you're serving. And this is a very, servant-driven industry. And if you don't have that servant mindset, I'd say that this is probably not the industry for you, and you'll get burnt out really fast. And, from my experiences, I've seen individuals who, in a sense didn't have that mindset, and word of mouth goes around really fast. This is a very small, tight-knit community.
Yeah, let me just say, I'm old, so 20, 30 years in this kind of thing, at least in my local area. people have come and gone a million times over. And those of us who are still here, we may have changed jobs, but we're still in a serving in some capacity. And those are the people that really have a heart in this business. They don't maybe stay with the same company all their career, but they are still in a servant role. And that is really important. So thank you for that. All right, last question, supposed to be a fun one. Fun, when you have a win in life or business, how do you celebrate?
Oh, man. Are we talking about the personal level or company-wide?
It could be anything you want. Some people have great, weird answers, the weirdest stuff ever. I've had a doctor hold up a bottle of tequila and say, a shot of this goes a long way, baby. Whatever. And I get it. That he's a doctor. He can say whatever he wants. I could not do that. But whatever makes you happy. What makes you happy? How do you guys celebrate as a family, as a team?
As far as that, it's just really spending time. The team that I'm working with right now, we are all pretty big car guys. So, we'll have our moments where we're just watching a YouTube video of a car and we're just celebrating, we're enjoying the moment, or, we go out and, some of my team members are big fans of racing their cars. And fortunately for me, my car's not very fast, so it just wouldn't make any sense to take it on a, drag strip. But they enjoy going out to their courses, and we enjoy as a team just watching car videos once in a while to get our, mind off things and also celebrate.
That's awesome. And I like your chair, by the way.
Oh, thank you very much. It's a nice racing, chair. I get a little bit of the feel of a race car stuff.
That's right. All right. Well, thank you very much for doing the show, for being with us, and for sharing your wisdom and about your company, because the more resources we have out there, the better off we all are. So thank you very much. We'll make sure all your contact information is with this, and we'll talk to you soon. So thank you.
Thank you so much for having me on the show.
you.